The girl was in the middle of doing number one when she suddenly noticed a group of her classmates fleeing in a panic, as if something terrifying were chasing them. At that moment, Kaya had no idea what was happening, but just to be safe, she followed the crowd and hid inside a room. As more and more students rushed in, an ominous feeling instantly washed over her, yet she still had no clue what was happening outside, until gunshots rang out from beyond the door. Kaya finally realized a shooting had erupted outside. As the gunfire continued to echo, Kaya knew clearly, her classmates outside had been killed. In that moment, everyone was plunged into despair. There were 650 young people on the island now, and no one knew what to do. Just then, Kaya suddenly remembered, her younger sister was still in the tents outside. She urgently asked everyone if they had seen a girl in a yellow shirt, but with hundreds of young people in the camp, they didn't know who Kaya was asking about. As the gunfire grew more frequent, everyone huddled together in fear. Kaya had no choice but to temporarily abandon the search for her sister. Unexpectedly, just then, a student suddenly shouted, "Someone's coming!" This instantly sent everyone fleeing in panic, but corpses already littered the outside. To survive, Kaya had no choice but to follow the crowd. Then Kaya spotted an injured female classmate. She helped the girl up and ran toward the forest. Fortunately, they hadn't run far. They luckily discovered a hidden hillside, finally giving them a chance to catch their breath. Yet the gunfire behind them never ceased. This was clearly a massacre operation, and the criminals undoubtedly carried ample ammunition. As piercing screams rose from the students, the group finally remembered to call the police, but it would take at least an hour for officers to arrive, a realization that plunged them into despair. Still, they had no other options. They could only try to hide until the police arrived. Kaya grabbed her phone and called her sister, but there was no answer. Just as Kaya feared her sister might be dead, a wounded man rushed over. He said the one firing the gun was an agent. This instantly struck Kaya as odd. Realizing staying put was hopeless, Kaya ran toward the dangerous campsite. She suspected her sister was still hiding in a tent, but upon reaching the campsite, she found it completely deserted. Just then, Kaya suddenly spotted a small boy slumped on the ground. She tried to take him away, but the boy refused to leave. He was waiting for his older brother. If he left now, his brother would never find him. Hearing this, Kaya told the boy it was too dangerous here. She made him take off his yellow jacket and run into the forest. The boy ignored her warning. Kaya dashed toward her sister's tent, only to find it empty. Only then did she realize her sister hadn't brought her phone. Just as despair washed over Kaya, footsteps echoed outside. Paralyzed with fear, she froze. Only after the sounds faded did Kaya cautiously run toward the forest, but the forest echoed with terrifying gunfire. She quickly found a large tree to hide behind. Only after the surrounding gunfire gradually ceased did Kaya dare to emerge. She fled in the opposite direction of the shots. Soon, Kaya spotted a female classmate. She wanted to rescue this classmate, but unexpectedly, the girl said she was about to die. Only when Kaya turned her around did she discover her back was horribly mangled. Kaya quickly removed her coat and applied a makeshift bandage to the wound, but soon the killer approached. Terrified, Kaya covered the girl's mouth, though the killer eventually moved away. The girl's body grew colder by the minute. Finally, her eyes closed and her breath ceased. Just as Kaya was overcome with grief, the girl's phone suddenly rang. It was her mother calling, but Kaya dared not answer. As her emotions gradually stabilized, Kaya resumed her flight. Her sole focus now was finding her sister. Soon she crossed dense forests and reached a coastal area, but she didn't see her sister, only classmates seeking cover, with gunfire echoing constantly. Kaya tried to hide there too. The classmates declared the spot full and immediately shoved her toward another location.